Hey guys, top 8 draft. Opening up a very mediocre pack. I could go either way here between Voiceless Spirit and Villagers of Estwald. They're both great dudes. Let me think. I think I'm gonna take the Villagers. I don't know that that's great, but I think it's okay. Anyway, I get rewarded with a second pick, Dark Thicket Wolf. It sort of feels weird to say that, because I'm sure other people aren't so excited about second picking Dark Thicket Wolf, but pretty much am. There's like a Feeling of Dread in this pack, a Kessig Wolf and a Reckless Waif and a Desperate Raving, so there's some red cards. But yeah, Dark Thicket Wolf is the best card in the pack by a long, long way, and it's in my colors. It's a pretty gross pack. There are a couple ways I could go here. I've seen quite a bit of red. I could take Blood Crazed Neonate third pick, believe it or not. I could do that. I think Stitcher's Apprentice is better. Stitcher's Apprentice is a great dude. I just drafted blue-green, and I am sort of worried that I'm doing it again because of, like, having won 6 games in a row with it or something, but I don't think so. I think I'm just taking the best cards here, and Stitcher's Apprentice is better than Elder Cathar by a good way, and I'm happy to pair my green with either blue or white. It looks like blue and white are both fairly open. 4th pick, Silent Departure, is a massive steal. I first pick that card over probably every card that was in this pack. So I get rewarded for the white card, and hopefully the blue keeps flowing. It's an interesting pack. There's a Delver who I could maybe make work, but it's not so exciting. There's a Crossway Vampire who's a very solid red card. It's probably the second best red common. There's also a Doomed Traveler who is, I think, the best card in this pack. I think ultimately I'm going to take Deranged Assistant. With a Stitcher's Apprentice and a Silent Departure in the pile already, I may be playing longer games with this deck. And for the Deranged Assistant, it opens me up to be like full-on mid-range and head up my curve a little bit. Okay, so once again, red just looks wide open, and green and blue have vanished all of a sudden. I'm going to take the Doomed Traveler, I think. With a Stitcher's Apprentice in the pile, he becomes very valuable. He's also a 1-drop. I don't know if I'm going to end up playing 3 colors, or dropping my green, or dropping my blue, or what, but I think he's just the clear best card in the pack. God, should I jump red? Like, Spectral Flight is still a great card. It's the problem with jumping red here. I'm also almost done with pack 1, and probably there's going to be less red coming back to me. Oh, I'm uncomfortable with this draft. I'm definitely not getting past my colors. Other than that Silent Departure, things have really dried up. think Typhoid Rat's over Cobbled Wings here. It's just an okay one drop if I end up having to really jump ship and go into black. Desperate Raving's tabled. You know, Desperate Ravings is better than Think Twice if I'm blue-red. I don't know that I'm blue-red. Probably Delver would be okay in this deck at this point. Okay, second Desperate Ravings tabling. So I think I'm gonna jump blue-red. I really don't like blue-red as a color combination. It's just so, so short on good creatures. I don't know, maybe I can make something work here, but I have 3 quality flashback cards in my pile. How many Burning Vengeances would I need to have a good deck? 2 or 3? I have to decide whether I actually want to do that. I also could still end up just blue-green. Like, I'm doing okay on my way to that. Dubs Lost in the Mist, how awkward. I wonder who's actually in this draft with me, if I know any of them. That's not the right event, that's not the right event. Don't know where the event is, I guess. Oh, that's weird, it doesn't show up this stuff when we're this far in. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna make blue-black work, because Bloodline Keeper makes, yeah, all my other colors suck in comparison. Could even maybe go 3 color here. I'm just looking at the spider spawning. Spider spawning would be a good thing to have in a deck like this. There isn't another pick, so I'm gonna take the Bloodline Keeper. Yikes. Are you, like, serious? For real? Shit. Just getting reamed. Okay. Villagers, I think? Maybe I just accept that I'm 3 color. Like, or I could Harvest Pyre or something, but I don't think red's so open that it's better than starting with 2 good cards. Could also take... No, none of those are cards I want. Okay. Get a Reaper from the Abyss 3rd pick. So our black is looking decent all of a sudden. Probably not tabling a good card out of this pack, which makes me sad. But Reaper from the Abyss is Reaper from the Abyss. So we have a top end. Dear God, do we have a top end? 2 Lost in the Mist. That makes up a pretty big top end, right? And I still don't know what my other color is. Alright, Moan of the Unhallowed is amazing. It's better than Diagraph Ghoul. And it's just such a good anti-aggro card that makes me feel much better about everything. I can accelerate into it with Ranged Assistant, I can also mill it with Ranged Assistant, and on top of all that I might get a playable card back out of that pack. think this must be Stitched Drake. I don't think I have enough creatures for Gutter Grind to be good. It could be like Hamlet Captain or something. Let's see. If I hide blue here, 8 picks. What if I hide green? "13 picks, 2 of which are lost in the mist, and 1 of which is strong card control." Yikes. Well, you know, I think Stitch Drake is fine. Man. Okay, so other than the second pick of pack 2, this pack has actually been pretty awesome for me. There's a Vampire Interloper, a Deranged Assistant, and a Tribute to Hunger. Let's think. Just immediately it seems like between Deranged Assistant and Interloper I don't have much ability to control my opponent's creatures to make the Tribute to Hunger better. I think it's probably Interloper over the Assistant. I have the ability to get solid aggro draws, and Bloodline Keeper's gonna be better when I'm on offense. I don't know, Deranged Assistant wouldn't have been a bad pick there either, for sure. Fortress Crab or Shimmering Grotto? Either is fine. Shimmering Grotto is basically just a nod to spider spawning, like 100%. And Fortress Crab, I think Fortress Crab is the better card in this deck. I would really love a Disciple of Gristlebrand, by the way. Typhoid Rats. Dubs Typhoid. Somebody's getting the plague. Typhoid Rats are great. Gotta get some first strike sticks on those guys. Okay, so pack 2 has been really, really good for me, clearly. There's that Disciple I was talking about. He turns on Reaper from the Abyss is a large part of why I want him. The life gain actually isn't irrelevant either at all. Happy about that. Where did I get him? 9th? So I tabled him out of the Bloodline Keeper pack. It's pretty sweet. It's unfortunate that, like... Wow, I got Manor Skeleton back too. Nobody likes the black cards. It's unfortunate that Disciple of Gristlebrand is black, because black creatures have shitty toughness across the board. On the other hand, it's cool that I'm pairing him with blue cards, like Fortress Crab. So yeah, we didn't manage to get anything here. I think Moon Mist is the pick. The spider spawning is gone too. That's a serious problem for a deck like this, unless we can work our way up to getting some good aggressive stuff going. I think Brainweevil could definitely make the cut in the main. And if not that, he could come in out of the board. Wow. 14th pick, Gnaw to the Bone. Guy may happen in some places. We need like a Shimmering Grotto to make a lot of these cards happen. I'm still glad that I took Fortress Crab over Shimmering Grotto. I think Fortress Crab is probably saving us more life than Gnaw to the Bone. Divine Reckoning, nothing, nothing, nothing in Manor Skeleton. Wow. I'm gonna like first pick One-Eyed Scarecrow here. That's good. I could take Altar's Reap. Does that work with anything? Not really. God, it's gotta be better than Manor Skeleton though. Let's show green again. Char green and hide our blue for a sec. That could happen. I don't even think any of these green cards are that great for me though. I'm just gonna take the one-eyed scarecrow. He's not awful. Let's see. Let's show all again. I wonder if more corrupt Banshee is better than Fortress Crab here. Might not be. Have one Disciple of Gristlebrand and one Brainweevil. Maybe I table the Fortress Crab or something ludicrous. Anyway, I'm gonna take the Banshee. Okay, well, sometimes I get removal in my decks, and this is gonna be one of those times. I really don't feel like my deck wants Galvanic Juggernaut. Wait, does it? I have Morbid triggers. And ways to sacrifice stuff. And it's a 5/5 for 4. Just gonna time out on Victim of Night. I could see this being either way, but I'm gonna take the Victim. Okay, we get a Shimmering Grotto, but it's in a pack with another Moan of the Unhallowed. So we don't really get a Shimmering Grotto, do we? Nothing here except Silent Departure as far as I'm concerned. That's gonna make more Crab Banshee maybe a little bit better. Don't have any comes into play stuff really. There's a Delver, a Moon Heron, and a Typhoid Rats. I think Typhoid Rats. How am I doing against flyers though? Not very well, right? This is probably the Moon Heron then. Typhoid Rats is a really good dude. Wish I had that Deranged Assistant. I didn't know my 3 slot was going to end up looking like it does. What did I take over at Vampire Interloper? That can't be so bad. I think I'm going to take Typhoid Rats. Just my 3 slot is so bad that I want to be very heavy on defensive early cards. Occultist is probably okay here with double Moan, double Silent Departure, and it costs 3. It's probably better than Village Cannibals. A second, is that better than Fortress Crab? It must be. Look at my curve. Yeah. And it's sort of a victory condition too. Okay, Table Altars Reap. And a Flurry of Pixelator, we're going to have a deck. I might just take Orchard Spirit out of this. I don't think Rotting Fen Snake fits my plan terribly well. Oh, it's alright though. I mean, I just hate drafting the Orchard Spirit. Let's take the Rotting Fen Snake. Let's take Hysterical Blindness. Could get played somewhere. Let's take, Curse of the Pierced Heart. I'm not worried about Burning Vengeance. Curse of the Bloody Tome may actually be played. I have 2 Knot of the Bone, but no Shimmering Grotto, so that's not happening. Yeah, that's my deck. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I'll be right back for building.